Hi there. In this screencast, I'm going to walk you through the process for asking questions using ChimeIn and Canvas. The process for actually enabling ChimeIn within your Canvas course is going to be handled in a separate video, just because that's a little different depending on your Canvas setup. So to start with, I need to create an assignment. And I could create either one assignment for the entire semester to create one overall grade or participation grade, or I could break it down by lecture or week or anything else. For now, I'm just going to go to my Assignments tab, and I'll click on New Assignment. And for my assignment title, let's just call this one Participation Grade. I don't need a description here. I can choose how many points I'd like to assign over the course of a semester, perhaps. And then in the Submission Type section, I want to make sure it's on External Tool, and I'll click on Find, and I'll select ChimeIn too. We really strongly recommend you check the box for load this tool in a new tab, because that'll give students space to respond, and things can get confused when things are really cramped within the Canvas interface. I'll go ahead and click on Save, and now I'm going to have the option to open ChimeIn within a new window to start creating my questions. So I'll click on that, and you see it opens in a new tab, and I can start creating new questions. So I'll create a new question, just maybe a true-false question is true-false. And I could choose, if I'd like, to mark a correct answer, or I could just leave it open and let students respond. So in this case, I'll select false, and I'll check the box for that being the correct answer, and I'll click Save. And then I'll click Save again to save the question. At any time, I can go back in and edit that question using the pencil icon, make any changes I want, and then click Save again. Now, by default, ChimeIn will treat any responses as sort of a participation credit. So as long as the students respond, they'll get credit passed back to Canvas. If you'd like, you can change that setting so that students only get credit for correct answers. To do that, click back to Chime, and then click your ChimeIn settings or your Chime settings, and check the box for only count correct answers towards Canvas grades. Go ahead and close that up. So now students will only get a credit within Canvas if they choose the correct answer. Now, when you're ready to start asking these questions, I'm going to go back to my Canvas tab here. I'll go back to my assignments. You would want to publish that assignment, just like any other assignment within Canvas, and tell your students to make sure they click through the link from Canvas to get there. That's important to make sure they get credit. So they go to your Canvas site or open the Canvas app on their mobile device and select the assignment you've created. For you as the instructor, you can do the same thing. Click through the assignment link, and you'll get brought back to the same screen we were just on. And from here, you can choose the Present button if you'd like, which goes to a Present screen with the question in large text. And then when you're ready, you can choose to open the question. And that'll cause the question to appear for all of your students. And now they can send their responses. You'll see the responses count up here in the session response section. When you're done collecting responses, you can click Close, which cuts off the ability for them to respond. And at any point, you can click on View Results to show all of the student responses coming in. And then within about 10 minutes or so, those responses will start getting transferred back to Canvas, and they'll start showing up in the gradebook so that students know they've gotten credit. Students can also come back to ChimeIn at any time to review their own responses. So that's a quick tour of how to work with creating questions and asking them using Canvas and ChimeIn. If you've got in-depth questions or you'd like a hands-on tutorial, just reach out. We're happy to come sit down with you and talk about different ways to use ChimeIn within your course.